mass casualties from explosive injuries, from bombs, many mass casualties from gunshot wounds, which is very different to what I've seen on my previous trips here. We've seen multiple mass casualties from gunshot wounds from the food distribution sites run by Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. And they are predominantly young teenage males, sometimes as young as 11 or 12, 13, 14, who are there getting food for their starving families and are being shot. And we're seeing these young teenagers with horrific injuries. We've seen a very clear pattern of specific targeting of specific body parts on different days. So one day they'll all be coming in with gunshot wounds to the head or neck. Other days we'll see them coming in with gunshot wounds to the chest. Another day the abdomen. Last weekend we had 4 young teenage boys all coming in with gunshot wounds to the testicles, just the testicles. So there seems a very clear pattern of clustering of injuries against specific body parts, almost as if that a game is being played. It's the head today, the neck tomorrow, the testicles the day after. It's an appalling pattern that we're seeing repeatedly.
I mean, if that is true, that is obviously vile and disgusting. And you know that the Israeli Defence Force maintains still that they do not target civilians.
Well, I've spent a total of 8 weeks over the last year and a bit in Gaza. I've seen multiple occasions on all 3 trips of children having been shot. I've seen 1 2-year-olds with bullet wounds in the head. On this trip, I've seen multiple gunshot wounds, and the patterns I describe are recognised by the emergency room doctors and all the surgical specialists, and all the victims, all their relatives, and indeed Gazan healthcare workers, some of whom I've known for many years, who are going to these food distribution sites in order to get food for their own families, sometimes going between operations to get food. They're describing these incidents. They're describing how the Israeli soldiers are shooting these young teenage boys. Some of them are being shot by quadcopters as well. And the story is so similar from all the different families and all the friends and colleagues who've been there that I'm in no doubt that it's happening.
Sam Sears, as a paramedic, can I ask what kind of injuries on people you are seeing?
We're seeing lots of shrapnel wounds, crush injuries, multiple trauma and gunshot wounds.
And how big a problem, Sam Sears, are food shortages?
Food shortage seems to be the biggest problem at the moment. Nationals can't get any food. There's nothing in the market. Things like a bag of kilogram of sugar is costing $130. So this just seems to be the second biggest problem here.
Nick Maynard, the UK Foreign Secretary today has described this food system, the Israeli aid system in Gaza, as inhumane, dangerous, and it deprives Gazans of human dignity. It's a grotesque spectacle wreaking a terrible human cost. Is that your assessment?
Yes, I'd even say it's worse than that. I think I haven't seen the food distribution centres for obvious reasons because I'm confined to Nasser Hospital, but I've heard so many descriptions of it from colleagues. They are set up, they're designed to be death traps. They're set up with food enough food for, say, 250 people, and they wait until there are thousands of people outside and then open a small gate to allow them in. It's set up to create chaos, it's set up to create rioting, and it is a profoundly inhumane way to distribute food when, of course, UNRWA were distributing the food in a far more successful way. So it had no chance of succeeding, and the militarization of food and aid distribution, many have said right from the word go, this was doomed to fail.
And again, it is beholden upon me to say that the Israeli government, the Israeli Defence Force, would push back on the fact that it was set up to wreak chaos. Sam Sears, I know you have worked in Ukraine also. What is that like compared to what you're seeing in Gaza?
Yeah, Ukraine is very different. When I first came over the border here, I was taken aback and not really prepared, despite seeing in social media and news bulletins the apocalyptic sites that I was seeing. In comparison to Ukraine, it's just unbelievable.
I'm hearing that there are appalling a bombing of the area at the moment. Al-Aqsa is receiving a huge number of casualties. It's a small hospital, Al-Aqsa Hospital. It will not be coping at all. It'll be totally overwhelmed by the casualties coming their way. Deir al-Balah is a densely populated area with hundreds of thousands of people living there. They've all been told to evacuate, and of course there's nowhere for them to go. So this is a devastating progression of the military assault, and I fear will lead to many, many lives being lost.